I'll just use Sorry for that. I was looking for a certain cable, a cable to connect, the phone to this. I'm sorry, I should have prepared myself beforehand. But nonetheless, good evening. I'm sorry I've not been coming live these past few days because the truth of the matter is that I am not that settled. I'm not that settled. I keep moving from one place to the other. So because of that, I've not been able to come online and talk about some of these issues. You must understand that the way I left home, I never expected that I would leave home and find myself in other countries, because since I left home, I've been in a number of countries so far. And truth be told, it has taken a bit of a toll on me, financially, emotionally. It hasn't been that easy. I will not pretend. Thank God, this day of technology, I'm able to interact with my family back home, but it is just not the same. It is just not the same. And I'm trying to figure out, I'm still trying to figure out, what really should be my next move. That is the situation. I've not settled on anything. I'm still trying to figure out what is it that I should do under the circumstances. And a possibility of me coming back home is there. I could come back sooner than some of you might think. So it's not an easy situation, but I need to live with it, because what choice do I have anyway? What choice do I have? If I come back home today, the moment I land at the international airport, I'll be picked and taken to prison. And before I left, I received intel of the intentions of the police. The intentions were, to arrest me and take me to Southern Province, like the way they did last time, where they took me to Western Province. When they took me to Western Province, and they are doing this. Even this time around, they are doing this. They are taking people to far places. I will talk about this when I will discuss the issue on why me. So pretty much that is my position, and that's why I am not talking. But I am sure, by God's grace, something will come up. Somehow I'll be able to settle down, and I'll be able to engage on some of these issues. However, tonight I felt like, I should talk about what is happening in our country, because the government, the UPND government, has this strategy of using the government institutions, the government structures, to consolidate their power. My brothers and sisters, I want you to hear me very well. The UPND government, they know that things are very hard for them. They know that if we were to have elections anytime, today, tonight, whatever, anytime we'll have elections, they know that they can never win an election. President Hakainde Hichilema would lose an election even to a scrawny person, a politically scrawny person, a weak person. He would lose an election. He doesn't need a giant. President Hakainde Hichilema doesn't need a giant to lose an election. He just need, you know, a little known person would win an election against President Hakainde Hichilema. And this is scaring them. This is scaring them. And they are shuddering to think of them losing an election in 2026. They can't just comprehend that. And I want you, my brothers and sisters, especially those of you who are in the opposition, this is something that you have to know. UPND cannot think of losing an election. President Hakainde Hichilema cannot think of losing an election. He can't allow it. And he will not allow it. This you have to hear it from me. Hakainde Hichilema will fight to the tilt. He will fight to his last drop of his blood, not to get out of power. He can't. I'm telling you, Hakainde Hichilema will want to hold on to power at all cost. We are not going to have a situation of Edgar Lungu giving up power. We are not going to have a situation of, Arabi giving up power. I can assure you, for Hakainde Hichilema to go, history will be made. History will be written. Zambia will not be known the way it has been known as a country that holds smooth elections and a smooth transition of power. Not with Hakainde Hichilema. I used to tell you people that Hakainde Hichilema is a dictator, and some of you were doubting me. But I know a lot of you now, you have seen it. Because some of you have suffered it. When I started saying that, no Shalimo Wakabamo, you thought I was a mad person. I saw through Hakainde Hichilema. I saw, the way he was conducting himself, even when he was in opposition. Even when he was in opposition. He started taking me to police, to jail. I used to be beaten by UPND. Before Hakainde Hichilema became president, I used to be beaten. The number of times that you have seen me beaten with my clothes torn, it is the UPND. It is the UPND that beat me up at Cresta Golf View Hotel. It is the UPND that beat me up in Livingstone. It is the UPND that beat me up at the Magistrate Court. So when you talk about violence from my point of view, the violent party has been UPND. Now, if they did those things when they were in opposition, what about now when they were the ruling party? I survived all this time since they came into power because during the time of elections of 2021, I could see that PF was too arrogant and they were going to lose elections. And I supported Hakainde Hichilema. And I was hoping that, he's going to be a gentleman, a politician that will say, well, let the bygones be bygones and embrace me even to work with me. But no. Ever since President Hakainde Hichilema came into power, he has been out to get Chilufya. Ever since UPND came into power, I've been arrested 12 times. 12 times. 12. Since UPND came into power, 12 times I've been arrested. They are not yet 3 years into power, but since they came into power, I've been arrested 12 times. They have raided my house 4 times. 4 times. So, when some of you talk about, hey, you are a coward, hey, you should just come back home. There is no one in Zambia who has been treated the way I've been treated by this UPND government. There is no one. UPND has been very ruthless against me. I mean, people are talking even now on social media. They talk. You don't see them coming with full force the way they do when it comes to Chilufya. So I've suffered for it. But this is the dictatorship I was talking about. And unfortunately, it has not just been me. Other people too have faced the same human rights abuse by the UPND. Other people have faced it. And I can assure you that even some of you who are today celebrating, who think that, no, me, I'm okay, you will also face it. Because I am very sure that a dictator does not stick to one person. They can sort out Chilufya Tayali, they can even kill Chilufya Tayali, but they will not end on Chilufya Tayali. It will not end. If some of you think that you are safe because they are following Chilufya Tayali, and everything is okay, you are very wrong. You are very wrong. The West dictators, they didn't start as dictators. Adolf Hitler did not start as a cold-blooded murderer who was killing people, indiscriminately. No. He started, one by one, sorting out this one, that one, that one. At the end of the day, many people died. And you Zambians, I'm telling you that this government is a monster that is growing. This government of the UPND, the government of President Hakainde Hichilema, is a monster that is growing. And if you think you are safe, wait until this monster grows, and you will cry, because you will also be a target. No shalimo akabamo. Some of the people that I'm going to talk about today, they never thought they can be, targets of the UPND. But it's happening. It's happening. The strategy is whoever opposes the UPND, whoever has a divergent view, is to criminalize that person. And they're doing it very well. UPND, they are specialized in criminalizing people. They are specialized in propaganda to discredit people. The PF was highly discredited. If we go back a little bit, the PF was highly discredited. When they were in power, they were highly discredited to be, this government is useless, this government is criminal. These are criminals who are stealing every day. Edgar Lungu was seen as Kosomumpoto, like Pirato San, who was just stealing. His ministers were nothing but criminals. And a lot of you Zambians believed it. You believed that Edgar Lungu was such a corrupt man. You believed that the ministers were such corrupt people. But if I ask you, how many of you has some kind of solid evidence or some real cases that you can point at to say, this is a case which, you can talk about to say this was a corrupt case? Those of you, because I can challenge you right now where you are sitting, you stop and ask yourself to say, okay, Edgar Lungu was labeled as very criminal. What did Edgar Lungu do? What case, what scandal do you have? What scandal do you have that you can point at to say, here is a scandal which Edgar Lungu was involved in? Just think of it, one scandal where you can say, here is a scandal which Edgar Lungu was involved in. You may not even have the evidence, but just to have, a suspicion. Give me one case. Can you compare whatever case that you may think in your head? Can you compare those cases to what happened at Mopani? Can you? Look at what happened at Mopani. Look at what is happening at KCM. Look at what is happening at Kasenseli. Look at what is happening in the fuel business. Look at what is happening there. Look at what is happening in the Zambezi, Lower Zambezi. Do you have any of those kind of cases against Edgar Lungu? You don't. But in this government, this Hakainde Hichilema is at the center of what is happening at Mopani. And only a person who is not patriotic, can applaud what is happening at Mopani. Can applaud that our mind was given to people that we don't know. For nothing. They paid nothing, those people. Really, you could be a praise singer, but ask yourself, do you really think it is right that we give the entire mine to people that we don't even know? Because we don't even know who has gotten those shares. You don't know. In my view, it's nothing but Hakainde, Hichilema and these people that fought so hard for so many years to get power. I told you there will be grand privatization. And that is what is happening. We had privatization where President Hakainde Hichilema became rich. Now we have grand privatization where our assets are just being taken. They are just getting them. They are looting our country. They are looting our country. And you praise singers, I don't know if I don't know how, what they have done to your heads. Because no Zambian who is patriotic would celebrate what has happened at Mopani. No, a reasonable Zambian would celebrate what is happening at KCM. KCM, Hakainde Hichilema used to say, we can't give KCM. We can't. And we know how Vedanta ran a KCM. We know. But the very people have been given. And when they were giving them, they said, no, they're going to bring in 2.5 billion. Where is that 2.5 billion? 2.5 billion, they haven't even brought anything. They said, no, they already have 250 million, which they're going to give creditors. Nothing is happening at KCM. That money hasn't come in. And now we hear that they are going to sell. They are selling the shares. You see what happened there? What basically happened, the data, they know these are just other criminals. They know these are criminals also. So, but they had to give them. But the deal which is behind is that we are going to give you, but we are going to get shares. And that's why now they are talking about, no, Vedanta wants to sell shares. It's not Vedanta selling shares. It's these people going back and getting the shares. Using Vedanta, because they have given it back to Vedanta. No, Vedanta is the owner. How can Vedanta be the owner when Vedanta had run down the mine? Vedanta, KCM was insolvent. It was insolvent completely. But they gave them back. Why did they give them back? They gave them back because there is a deal that Vedanta will have to give them some shares. And what are you going to get? You Zambians, what are you going to get? Apart from that, you have other big mines enjoying. Recently we saw, no, we are not part of FQM, you know. And there is this concession. Zambia is big concession where we are not getting taxes from the mines from the minerals that are coming out of our country. As I'm talking, there are trucks trooping, going out with our minerals. And we are getting nothing out of that. And you, praise singers, you are okay with it. You are okay with it. How can you be okay with it when our minerals are being taken and we are getting nothing? These people are looting our country. They are looting our country. We are getting nothing. We are being subjected to poverty. We are going down. Some of you are talking to say, no, he's restoring the economy. Where is he restoring the economy? How is he restoring the economy? Tell me. How is he restoring the economy? You can be so cheap to talk about CDF. How much is CDF, the total budget of CDF? How much is it? And even there, they're struggling. They don't have money because the income that is coming into the country is not enough to manage the government affairs. We are still struggling in terms of supply of medicines. We are still struggling with that CDF itself. We are still struggling in paying our pensioners. We are still struggling in sustaining our education. Because our money is going. We don't have a good income coming into our country. Because our biggest earning, which is the mining sector, has been leased to these foreigners. And they are making money. And Hakainde Hichilema is telling you, no. Let them make money. Let them make money so that we can reach 3 million metric tons by 2020. Chakuti, I don't know if it's 2025. We should reach 3 million metric tons. Since they came in, this is almost 3 years. Has there been any improvement in what we are getting? Because if you are going, if you are saying by 2030 we should be producing 3 million metric tons, which means you have given yourself 10 years. After 3 years, there must be some improvement. So far, since they came into power, Zambia has been producing about 800 metric tons, and that is our output. Basically, it's still the same. So what is the progress there? And some of you are thinking, no. To the fair we know. The economy is being... How? How is the economy being put straight? And those of us now who are talking, they are unleashing the police on us. They are putting the judiciary on us. All those who are opposing, they are being targeted. And they want to make sure everywhere where there is a constituency, they want to put people there. Their own people. They want to put their own people. Wherever there is a constituency, wherever there are people, they want to put their own people there. And it doesn't matter how they do it, as long as they put their person there. So the strategy is make sure whoever is opposing, clamp that person. He should go to jail. He should be a criminal. It doesn't matter. You can be as clean as Vekamanga. You should be a criminal. It doesn't matter. You can be as clean as Chilufya because I'm clean. That's a fact. I am clean. I am clean as far as if there is a politician who is clean, it's me. It's me. I have got no issue. No issue. Whatever. Nothing. The cases that I have, there is nothing that relates to say Tayali. Nothing. The only thing is Tayali has incited soldiers. Hey, Tayali has defamed the president. Hey, Tayali is seditious. Whatever. But what I'm telling you is nothing seditious. What I'm telling you is the truth. I'm trying to open your minds. I'm trying to open your eyes to see that this government is diabolical. This government is diabolical. You can talk, you talk, and even I have no case. But you criminalize me. Of course, it's not only me. You are criminalizing other people as well. And this has started a long time. And they are using the government institutions without shame. And this started, if you want, you can go back. When did this start? Remember how they removed Bowman Lusamba. Today, Bowman is languishing in the streets. He's supposed to be in parliament. Bowman is supposed to be in parliament. But he was thrown out. How was Bowman thrown out? Malanji is supposed to be in parliament. But he was thrown out. How was Malanji thrown out? Eh? They have no regard whatsoever. They use the police. They use the ECZ. They use the judiciary. They got rid of Bowman and Joe Malanji. They are out. They are out. From there, they grabbed PF, the biggest opposition, the former ruling party. They grabbed PF just like that. They just got it. They used Mao Zampa and the police and the judiciary. I want you to follow the pattern. I want you to follow the pattern. It started with Bowman and Malanji. From there, it went to that one at Patrick Band, I think. The guy from, is it Lusangazi? As a council chairperson. Where a person was prevented from filing a nomination. Patrick Banda came with papers to file in his nomination. He was arrested. He was arrested. Taken, driven. Eh? From there, we have PF. PF was grabbed like, I mean, you can't even imagine that such a thing would happen in a democracy. You can't imagine that a person from nowhere would go for a convention and the police will come to guard him. And we don't even know the delegates. And the numbers are pronounced. Mao Sampa has won by so many, whatever. From there, the police go to the secretariat, seal off the secretariat. Mao Sampa given the security. We go to parliament, Mundubile out, leader of opposition, this Kabwala la Chavinga comes in, and so on and so forth. Even if it's politics, it should be within the confines of the law. It cannot just be, so anarchical. That is not how a democratic state should run. But PF valungu awo bale ontele mbabula nomba kuuka, kicked out of PF as a former head of state, kicked out of PF. Everyone kicked out of PF. Surely, you may be a praise singer, but surely, do you think this is how a country should run? Then we have the council elections for the second term. The council elections, you saw people being arrested from the chambers of the council. Because somebody is feared to say this one will win the election. They go and arrest him using the police. Zambians, even if you may not like me, even if you love Hakainde Hichilema, but surely, how clogged can you be in your brains not to see that this is not right? We saw police entering Kitwe Kabwe council chambers. We saw them in Kitwe. We saw them in Kapiri. Is it Kapiri? Yes. Mukushi. I don't know if it's Mukushi or Kapiri. Mukushi. Lusaka. It was a mess. Wherever they want to instill a person, they use the police. They make a person a criminal. They criminalize a person. Whoever is opposing or whoever is standing is in a place where they have got an interest, all they do is to criminalize that person. They are criminalizing everyone that they don't want. That is all they are doing. It doesn't matter. You don't have to have a case. As long as they want to fix you, they'll find a case. And that's why I'm telling you, no Shalimo Akabamo. Because you can think you are so clean. Because you can think you are so innocent. They will find a case. As long as you are somewhere in their way, they will find a case for you. This is how the UPND is operating. Is to run propaganda against you, that you are a bad person, and is to unleash the police on you, and to manipulate the judiciary, so that at the end of the day, it is confirmed. It is confirmed. A number of people that are in court today, I'm telling you that, they criminalized PF to make it look so corrupt. But a number of people that are in court, most of these senior members of PF, they are in court today. But there is no one who is in court with a case of corruption. There is no one in our courts who are PF minister who has got a corruption case. No one. No one who has got corruption case. Takuli. The cases that they have is at proceed of crime. Proceed of crime is not corruption. Proceed of crime is to say, no, we have found you with this. How did you buy it? How did you buy it? But that is not corruption. That is not corruption. Corruption, it should be on such a day, you gave a tender to this person, but this person did not qualify for this tender. And yet you gave them the tender and they gave you so much money. That is corruption. But there is nothing like that. Corruption is what happened kuli Peter Kapala. In the supply of fuel. That is corruption. Corruption is what happened to this guy, Uyunan Kani, former Minister of Foreign Affairs. That is corruption. There are a number of cases that we can pick here and there. I'm supposed to be touching Vasilvia Masew. I'm supposed to be touching Vasilvia Masew. But I am waiting. I am waiting. I want to be sure of what I have. There is something that I have which is happening at the Ministry of Health. But I want to be sure. I want to have something solid before I bring it out. But corruption is happening. There is more corruption in this government than there was during the time of PF. But you, Zambians, were made to believe that PF was very corrupt. And yet they are in power for 3 years. They have not convicted one person with a case of corruption. No one person has been convicted with a case of corruption. Charity Katanga. No, that is not corruption. That is not corruption. Whatever means she used to get the money, it doesn't necessarily mean, if you find me with 1 million where I am, it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm corrupt. Or it's money coming from corruption. No. I am out here. Who knows who I can meet? Who can give me money? I'm a politician. Who knows? That is not corruption. So there is no case of corruption. Kampyongo. Those cases there kwa Kampyongo. You are inflating figures. Ya Mayanda. Inflating figures. Tasila. You are inflating figures. And they have grabbed things no, hey, have you seen the money that was gotten from Miringolungu? Hey, why are you not, a lot of you were busy here coming to me. Hey, why are you not talking about, is it 24 or 26 million? Hey, why are you not talking about, what am I going to talk about Miringo's case? What am I going to talk about there? The money that Miringo gave up, it is not the money for corruption. It is not money for corruption. It is actually ignorance. It's actually the propaganda that I'm telling you. Because UPND are very good at running that propaganda. They are running a propaganda to criminalize Miringo. Like I told you, it is about criminalizing a person, unleash the police, taken to compromise court, done. So there is a propaganda to criminalize Miringo. But there is nothing criminal there. There is nothing criminal. Miringo got that money the same way HH got money from privatization. If anything, you can even talk about corruption, Muri HH getting money from privatization during MMD than the Miringo case. Because Miringo was given there as a to privatize as a liquidator. And as a liquidator, he was supposed to be paid at a percentage. Mumfu ikishe wino. Miringo Lungu was supposed to be paid at a percentage. When you are given to be a liquidator, when you sell, whatever you sell, you agree that out of what I sell, I will get so much percentage. That is the deal. He was given to sell KCM, and whatever he was going to sell, he was going to get, whatever money he was going to make, he was getting a commission. Whatever money he was making in KCM, he was getting a commission. And as we speak, when Miringo was living, he had sold up to, is it 12 billion? 12 billion. 12 billion, he had made 12 billion, which challenge HH to tell you. They did an audit there. They did an audit. And Miringo claims that he made 12 billion Is it 12 billion or 1.5? Yeah, 1.2 billion. 1.2 billion. Milingo claims he made 1.2 billion. And his commission was supposed to be 10%. How much is 10%? 1.2 billion. What is 10% of 1.2 billion? It's 120 million. That is the claim of Milingo. Milingo says, you were reading these things. Milingo says, I made 1.2 billion when I was at KCM. And my percentage is 10%. So 10% of 1.2 billion is 120 million. And that is the money, that is part of the money. So if you like, according to Milingo's records, Milingo is being owed 120 million. And part of that 120 million, that is part of the payment, the 24 million, which was grabbed, which was seized by government. Because he was paid part of the money. According to his claim, is $120 million, by the way. And part of that payment is 24 million that government came and grabbed. So where is the corruption? If Milingo was put there, where is the stealing? If he was put there to do the liquidation, and he made 1.2 billion, and he was supposed to be paid 120 million, and he got 24 million. Which government got? Where is the criminality there? Where is the criminality? And what do you want me to say about that? And I know you won't believe this, but you believe it when I tell you, no, Hakainde Hichilema, when he was selling, he got paid so much. For Hakainde Hichilema, you agree. Yes, that is his money. Hey, that's how he got the, what are you supposed to do? He was hired. He was a consultant. So yes, he sold the whatever, and they paid him. For Hakainde Hichilema, it's okay. For Milingo, no, it's criminality. And a lot of people have been talking left, right, and center. I've just been watching. It's sad how we lack little understanding, how we fall for cheap propaganda. Hey, but why did he let go? Hello? Why did he let go? If these guys are harassing you, let it be. Let it be, because in UPND, there is nothing like justice. You go to court, you find that judges. You can see the bias. Some of us, we have experienced this. We have walked in a court and you can see that this magistrate is biased. Like a magistrate who issues a bench warrant, you don't appear to court the first day. Bench warrant. What do you expect of such a magistrate? Those are the courts. So people, it's giving up. It's the same like what I've done. You know what? I've got my life at home. I'm comfortable at my home. I am very comfortable. I'm very comfortable. At my house, I'm comfortable, very comfortable. But I've decided to leave my comfort at home, to live my life at home with my beautiful wife. Hello? Hey, Imwe. I've left my beautiful wife. I've let it go because, what can I do? I'm powerless. These guys are controlling everything. These guys are in power. What can I do? I would rather nalalo lupundu, but I'm free. Because even if I stay home, I won't stay in my beautiful house. In my beautiful house, I won't stay there. I'll go in jail. It's the same thing that Milingo has done. Okay, fine. Get the money. Let me go. Criminalizing whoever they think they need to sort out. Milingo has been criminalized. Propaganda has been run. And you believe it. He's a thief. But how did he steal? You can question to say, okay, did he make 1.2 billion? That's the question that you should be making. And if UPND wants, that's what they should tell us to say, okay, he's claiming 1.2 billion, but he didn't make 1.2 billion. So how much did he make? Tell us how much he made. How much did he make? 60 million? 50 million? How much? So this, my brothers and sisters, this is how sophisticated the UPND are. Whoever is in their way, whoever has something of their interest, they will criminalize that person. They will run propaganda against that person. But really, there is no case to it. There are no cases to a lot of these issues that we are talking about. Even these cases are quoted proceed of crime. Really, people should not be jailed. Being found with money doesn't necessarily mean that you have stolen the money. No. Proceed of crime, where? In other countries, Mdala, if you come with money, they welcome you. They say thank you very much. They don't even ask you, where have you come, where have you gotten the money? But in Zambia, you can only be okay if you are poor. If you are poor, then you are an angel, then you are good. If you don't talk, then you are okay. But if you talk like Chilufya Tayali, then you are a problem. So in Zambia, to survive, you must be poor and you must be quiet. Or if you have to open your mouth, you have to praise the Almighty God Hakainde Hichilema. Like the way that Kitwe Mayor was doing at the airport. Eh? She was there. Eh? And it was properly staged. Showing off. Eh? No, Kitwe is like a building site where construction site where Kitwe is like a construction site where can you compare the small projects that are going on, the toilets projects that are going on in Kuliba UPND with the projects that were going on in the previous governments? We have toilet projects. Other than that, no, Kitwe is a construction site. Eh? Because the poor woman was intimidated. She was intimidated when she tried to speak, to say this man is a failure, he must resign. The minister, the entire minister went to his office, to our office, intimidated her. The entire president spoke against her. The next time she opened her mouth, she made sure she's present. That is the only way you survive. In Zambia, for you to survive, praise Hakainde Hichilema if you have to talk. Otherwise, keep quiet. For you to survive, be poor. Don't threaten Hakainde Hichilema. If you show that you have got money, you are in trouble. You are in trouble. The only people that should make money, it's the UPND. The only rich man should be Hakainde Hichilema. That is the only rich man. The only one who is entitled to get paid money out of privatization is Hakainde Hichilema, not Miringo. No. That's stealing. That's stealing. But Hakainde Hichilema, no, it's okay. Hakainde Hichilema got rich out of privatization. That house he has, he built it out of privatization. That house he has in Kabulonga, it is out of privatization. He was nobody. But privatization made him to be where he is. For Miringolungu, it is criminal. That is a strategy. Criminalize, propaganda, take to court. Case solved. Edgar Lungu Uyo, what is happening? Propaganda, he's a criminal, he's a criminal. Ashukire famula immunity. Ngabali muimia. Aba kashibali bemia. Abana bali bemia, abana bonse bali bemia. Bali bapukana ma properties. And hey, what? You are telling me a person being president cannot afford to buy properties for his children? Even me, where I am, I've never been in government. But my children, they use the most expensive phones that you are using, you people. My children, go and check them. They use those Katushingama i15, you know. That is property. That is property. I've never been in government. Number president, akano ukuchita empower wana. Modus operandi of the UPND. Criminalize, propaganda, take to court. That is the modus operandi of the UPND. That is a strategy. The business community, they have not spared them. No Hichilema akabamo. No Hichilema akabamo. I've been talking about Mdala Savenda because, I mean, I admire him, and that's why I keep talking about Mdala Mpoha. I admire him. I have read his book, how he became rich. I've been reading his book. So that's why I talk about him, because really, those are people that we should be celebrating in our country. But what has happened to Mpoha? Criminalized him. Aboba Mikarire. Bale monakwati wa Mikarire is smart, Vena is okay, he can whatever. Now they audit. They brought him an audit. They have criminalized him. This is a young man that has struggled. Uriami Karire is a hustler. We have known him for a long time. But look today, criminalized. Next, ni wakapokola wala ingira. Next, milingo Nikarire ubiat courts. Next, mkamalafe bambo kupoka ma properties. And you are saying, no, this government is repairing the economy. This government is repairing the economy. Really, guys, let's be serious. They are working on criminalizing people, using the police or whatever. At the end of the day, courts. Same. Andrew Kamanga. I know Andrew Kamanga. Andrew Kamanga was tired with PF. He was even saying, I'm tired with you, these guys. I'm tired with these guys. Let them go. Let them go. Let's see Hakainde Hichilema come in. At least maybe this guy, whatever. Where? No Hichilema akabamo. Criminalize. Propaganda. Court. Next, nobody ne mukatampokola kufimbo kaida. Court ni Amos Chand. From nowhere, Vakamanga thought Vakamanga is clean. And he's clean. Kamanga is very clean, I'm telling you. If there are people of integrity, and I don't just back up people for nothing, no. I back up people. When I back a person, it's because I know Kamanga is a clean man. And I've been saying this even during the time of APF. APF, they were also harassing Kamanga, trying to bring Karushagwaria. And I was resisting because I knew that Kamanga is a clean guy. That guy is a clean guy. That guy has got integrity. That guy has restored Faz. He has restored Faz. He has restored Faz, Kamanga. He has restored Faz. It is a shame. It is sad that Kamanga is being arrested for a stupid case, for a case that has been fabricated, nothing but fabrication. Because that is the modus operandi of the UPND. Criminalize, arrest, take to court. That is the modus operandi. Kamanga has been criminalized. Why has he been criminalized? Because they don't want him as vice president. They want to put their person there. And they don't know anything. They don't know to campaign. They know that if they go and campaign, because of the good works that Kamanga has done, Kamanga will not lose the elections. But they don't believe in elections. They don't believe in democracy. UPND doesn't believe in democracy. So what do? Criminalize Kamanga. They have just criminalized Kamanga. Kamanga imwe aliba is if there is one person that is a man of integrity, Kamanga is one of those people. Because some of you may not have even understood what is all this case. They are saying, and I'm just reading from the investigation of, I read the letter. You go back and read the statement of SCC. Read the statement of SCC. And then read the letter from Congratulations, the PS. SCC, they are saying, according to our investigations, we found out that so much money was transferred into the accounts of these people, purporting to be FAS officials going for whatever, is it African or whatever. So this money went into personal accounts, not in the accounts of Kamanga. So basically, FAS presented names of people that should receive allowances and that should receive tickets. They presented to government. These are the people, these are our officials who are going with the team. Because, you know, when they are going for tournaments, the team goes earlier. And as the team goes earlier, some people accompany the team. Before the tournament starts. And the two people that were proposed, it's those two who have been arrested. And the money from government did not go into an account of Kamanga. The money went into to these two officials. That's where the money went. Into their personal accounts. Not in Kamanga's account. And then the other money were tickets that they were bought for these two people. FAS officials. And listen to me, FAS officials. They went with the team before. And these are the people that now, this government is saying, no, Kamanga wali even peer. There cases at obtaining money by false pretense, taking pecuniary advantage, and is it money laundering or defrauding, whatever. 3 charges, really like just trying to fish, you know. It's like casting the net wide. And yes, I asked, when I got this, I asked Kamanga. I said, who are these people now? They are not FAS officials. And Kamanga, he didn't even answer me. He just sent me a video that I shared. He just sent me a video. And in that video, Kamanga has explained, these are not FAS staff members, but they are FAS officials. How are they FAS officials? They belong to these committee members, committees of FAS. And a FAS official is anyone who is relating to football activities. These people belong to clubs. And they are part of the committee here and there. Those are FAS officials. And these people, they actually belong to these clubs, which makes them FAS officials. Yes, they are not FAS staff members, but they are FAS officials. They are FAS officials. They work with FAS. They are not FAS staff, but they are FAS officials. And this is common everywhere. I mean, I'm not so much into football, but this is usually what happens. Committee member here, Shani. These are the people that go. Because the football players that play in the national team, some of these people, they come from their teams. So these are FAS officials. There is no two way about it. These are FAS officials. They are not staff members, but they are FAS officials. And clearly, like what Kamanga is saying in that video, he's saying doctors, for example, doctors and those other people who offer medical whatever, they are not FAS staff members. They are not FAS staff members. But when they are going, they choose, this will be the doctor, this will be the team doctor, this will be whatever, part of the medical whatever. They are FAS officials. They are FAS officials. They are not staff members of FAS, but they are FAS officials. It's the same thing with these guys. Protocol people, if Kamanga is going with protocol people, they are FAS officials. So where is the stealing of money there? Where is the stealing of money? Kamanga didn't pick a girlfriend to say, give money to this girlfriend. Like what we know with some of these ministers, which is who are there. Kamanga nominated a person who is a FAS official. And the Secretary General also nominated a person who is a FAS official. And they did it accordingly. The President nominates. The Secretary General nominates. And these are the people that they nominated. People who are part of football. How can you say Kamanga stole? How can you say Kamanga stole and the money went into their accounts? How? Honestly. Modus operandi, strategy, criminalize, arrest, court. And that is what has happened to Kamanga. But they know that Kamanga hasn't stolen. No, they know. Kamanga, they know that Kamanga hasn't stolen. They know. But that is how they operate. They wanted to kick Kamanga out. With that arrest, they did it just before the General Council. Just before the General Council. When they saw, this will not work. When they saw that it will not work, what do? They had to hire some busybodies. They had to hire some busybodies and some crooked lawyers. They go and put an injunction. First general, whatever will not go on. Because they have to do everything to make sure that they install their person. This is not about Kamanga. This is about UPND using their mingalato, using their dictatorship to install the person that they want, using the government systems. When DEC failed, what do? No, let's put up whatever. Let's put an injunction. Because the case of arrest has really failed. By the way, you must know that government is owing FAS about 12 million. And they engaged on that. You saw that later. They actually engaged. They agreed to say, okay, these people, because for us, we thought that they were government officials. They were FAS staff members. We don't want to pay for staff members. And they said, okay, fine. Since you don't want to pay for them, we will pay for them. And they agreed. So really, even if you go to court, an agreement was there. There is no criminality. It can never stand. It can never stand. And at the end of the day, how can it stand when money went into their personal accounts? Since when do allowances become whatever? But they use this. They use this even to dig. To dig at Auditor General. That is what they do. Finance. They wanted to get rid of people there. That group of people that they wanted to get rid of them. What do? Criminalize them. Publicized. These people are criminals. And they got rid of them. That is how Hakainde Hichilema is running his government. So, all these machinations going on at FAS, it's nothing but UPND being a dictatorship government. And you people who are celebrating, some of these things have got consequences. And look, which judge? I've been talking about some of these judges, especially these judges who were appointed recently. Especially these judges, some of these judges who were, not all of them, some of these judges who were appointed recently. They are being used in these things. That judge, wherever he's sitting, knows that this is nothing but stupidity. That judge who gave that injunction, he knows wherever he's sitting, he knows that this is nothing but stupidity. But it's being used. And our courts are being used. Our security wings are being used. Our courts are being used. That's what I've been telling you about. And this is exactly what is happening here. There is nothing but abuse of power, dictatorship. Our government institutions are taken over by UPND to propel their interests. That's all. This judge knows, wherever he is, he knows that all this is nonsense. He knows. But of course, how can he fight? How can he fight? Because if he fights, he'll be kicked out. So he can't fight. It's the same thing which almost happened. This Lungisan at last has survived. You saw that even Lungisan, they started. agitating, just that they couldn't find something. But Lungisani, the one who has been re-elected as last president, was also going in the same direction. They started abuse of power, abuse of whatever. They wanted to get Lungisani. Lungisani wapusuka. They were going to get you. They were going to get you so that they can install their person. But congratulations to you. You have survived, but be ready. Anytime they will come. Because these people are not shy of creating something against anyone, and they run with it like as if it is true. Abuse of power. Abuse of power. Abuse of the judiciary. Abuse of our security wings. Abuse of our media. ZNBC is a propaganda tool. When Kamanga was arrested, it's a big headline. And they read it like indeed Kamanga has stolen. And that's what they do with everybody else. ZNBC has become so compromised. Then once I become bloggers on social media. One day. By the time they are finishing, you just look criminal. People who are outside, they are just thinking, this is a criminal. Kamanga now, they are just, this man is criminal. The news was all over. First president, whatever. I was browsing in different countries. Kamanga. I said, poor, my poor Kamanga. Propaganda. And when they do these things, when they arrest you, the way they treat you, really, it is terrible. It is a dictatorship. Look at how some of us have suffered. Where you are arrested and you are kept for a long time. Look at this at Patel. A case of assault, but these guys are still inside at aggravated robbery. No bail, no bond. Look at this young man, Oscar. The God scam. In Deke, they have released it. Am I Egyptians? Varia. But since they believe this guy has got money and they want to grab money, aggravated robbery, he's still inside. No, let's go and do trial. No, we cannot do trial publicly. It has to be in cameras. What kind of country are we running, surely? And now this young man, I don't support the insults that this young man, why me, Halos. I don't support that. Really, I don't support those insults. No, I don't support those insults. I don't support those insults. I want to insist that I don't support those insults. But look, he has been arrested and he has been taken to Southern Province. Why take this guy to Southern Province? It's the same thing with Chama. Taken to Southern Province. Myself, if they had arrested me, they were going to take me to Southern Province. Southern Province has become Sobibo, where some of these people are being taken now to go and detained and summarily tried, like the way they did with Cham. Why me has been thrown that side? I'm feeling pity for why me. And because this is just a poor young man. Yes, I mean, he's a guy that needs help. Such young people, they need help. They need help. That guy needs help because he's always drinking, he's always drunk, and he's insulting. Such a person, he doesn't need jail. Such a person needs help. I am not supporting the insulting behavior. But such people need help. And they have taken him to Southern Province. I'm appealing to you people in Southern Province. Why me is a poor guy? Look after that guy. Go and see him. Tabamikate. They won't arrest you. Take him something to eat. In as much as he's insulting, in as much as he's upsetting, he deserves our care. I am pleading with you people. Please go and see why me. Go and take him some food. I know how he cells there is hunger in the cells. There is no food. Please take some food. And this is where I'm trying to wind up on this one. This is where I also have a problem with our opposition. Because we don't seem to have capacity to help people adequately. This is worrying me. Seriously, it is worrying me more than anything. My head is really wrecking. Because we can't fight this battle if we are not helped. We can't fight this battle if we're not helped. I can't fight this battle if I'm not helped. But some of you are thinking, no, Tayali has got sponsors, whatever. No. I'm struggling. Mostly it's my little resources. It's my little resources that are keeping me. And I'm thinking to say, if I didn't have these little resources, how would I have survived? I sold my vehicle, but I've finished the money in running around and whatever. I sold the vehicle cheaply, of course. But that is the money that has kept me running around. Imagine that. That is why I'm saying, and for me, if I'm struggling, what about a guy like why me? What about like Avena Patel? Because who is even helping Avena Patel? So it is worrying me to say, if a guy like me can struggle, what about these other young people? What about these young people, these other young people? I know a lot of you are happy. You want me to talk. I know you appreciate some of these things that I do, but I'm telling you, I'm struggling. And I need your help. And if really I have to survive, I need your help. Otherwise, I'll just come back and go to jail. And that loss will not just be my loss. It will be your loss as well. Because when I talk like this, they hear. Though, instead of repenting, they just start thinking, how are we going to get him? 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 But we need voices. Not only Chilufya Tayali, we need other people to voice out. But if these people who are voicing out are not helped, you, the business community, if you keep on ignoring us, they will finish you. Pick on some. You may not like Chilufya Tayali. I'm not saying just Chilufya Tayali. No, there are a lot of other voices back home. Help them. Help Kasonde Mwenda. Help Slavwe. Help Savo Himbolela. Help them. Help them. Me, I'm crying for the advocates. Because most of these advocates are really just struggling. But without strong voices, things will be worse. They need to be helped. The people that can help them, it's you people. So if you don't want to help Chilufya Tayali, that's fine. But think of somebody else that you can help. In whatever way, even why me? I'm not saying why me is, no. I have said it's not right. But there is an injustice, and the injustice is removing him where he is, taking him to Southern Province. That is wrong. That is wrong. And I wish some lawyers would pick up, this is the kind of support that you'd give. Some lawyers would pick up this and challenge this injustice that is happening, where people are being taken from their local places and take them somewhere else. Unless some people fight this, these things will continue. Anyway, I think I've made my point. I won't touch ZESCO for now, because I've spoken about so many things. So I'll leave the issue of ZESCO for now. Maybe I can come back to it at some point. I won't talk about it. But those of you who are able to call in, you can call. And the number that you can call on is 0763 sorry, let me say that again. 0763 302207. That is the number you can call and give your views about some of the things that I've said. You can call on this line. On WhatsApp only, please. You only call on WhatsApp. Call on WhatsApp only, and the number that you are calling is 0763 302207. I know I want to let Tina. Hello?
The earliest bird catches the worm.
Indeed. How are you, my neighbor?
I'm good, and how are you?
Yeah, I'm okay. Kuko safi.
No, I just wanted to say hi, and how are you there? Are you safe?
No, by God's grace, I'm surviving. It's barely surviving.
Okay. Thank you so much. Praying for you.
Thank you. Please keep on doing that.
Thank you.
Hello? Hello? So 0763 302207. That's the number that you are calling. On WhatsApp only. 0763 302207. That is the number you can call me on WhatsApp only. Hello? 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 Hello?
Hello, Miss. How are you?
Fine. I'm okay. How are you? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, please.
Good evening, Mr. Dad.
Good evening.
Yes, sir. I want to make one contribution.
Yes.
I heard where you were saying there is no tangible evidence to say there's been any corruption that has been done by the previous regime.
That is in
my
court.
question is, yes. So my question is, do you think once our politicians have recovered in previous regime,
No, that doesn't mean that. The fact that there is no case that is in court which of corruption doesn't mean that no one will stop. It might mean also failure for this government to prosecute.
But you do agree that our politicians, they do misuse our resources, isn't it?
Not all politicians.
No, not all, but since politicians, since independence, they've been in charge of our country, and since independence, our country hasn't moved anywhere. So isn't it safe to say politicians, once here, they haven't done a very good job?
No, that is very illogical. That is very illogical. First of all, you say the country hasn't moved anywhere. At independence, today we are celebrating Hakainde 100 years. At independence, we had 500 graduates. Today, how many graduates do we have? At independence, we had very few roads. Today, how many roads do we have? At independence, we had very few schools and hospitals and universities. So it is not true to say we haven't moved. We have moved. And of course, it is logical to say there are some politicians that have stolen. It is logical. I mean, it's too basic. I don't even think I should be discussing that. It is logical. People have been stolen. People have stolen, but not everyone.
Okay, the issue is the issue of I watched a podcast where John Sang was hosted by Manuel and Mr. Sang said all those people that were involved in that KCMG at that time, he regards them as enemies of the states who What do you have to say about that?
That is, you know, I respect John Sangwa, but John Sangwa has got his own perspective. My perspective is very simple, and it stems from the simple logic that Milingo was hired as a liquidator, and whatever money he made, he was supposed to get 10%. And Milingo claims he made 1.2 billion. Out of 1.2 billion, it means he's supposed to be paid 120 million. So, but John Sangwa would have his own view. Me, that is my view. He was a liquidator. He was supposed to be paid commission. So, if he is owed 120 and he was paid 24 million, which he has given up, I don't see criminality there.
Okay, and another thing, the issue of why we being taken to Southern Province. Is it that the case was reported in Southern Province and he was taken there, or Vamos and here without even having the case reported in Southern Province?
You are trying so hard to defend these people, but first of all, you know, when you want to challenge, arm yourself with good knowledge, then you can engage better. So there is a law that when you commit a crime, that crime, where you have committed the crime, that's where you're supposed to be prosecuted. So the issue of saying the case was reported in the Southern Province, it doesn't arise. Where was Waimi sitting when he committed that crime? That is what should stand. Where was he sitting? Where did he do the broadcast? Did he do it in Southern Province? Hello? I'm Kwama Wombe.
Hello?
Hello? I'm Kwai.
Joseph, you are from Kitwe.
Yes, yes.
I want to appreciate you so much for the discussion and the information that you've given us. More especially if you come to Zambia. Otherwise, you're doing a great job. We love you so much, and may God continue protecting you for the fight that you're fighting. You're a freedom fighter. Otherwise, things will be fine with you, and we're praying for you. And then I also want to raise one point. I think the problem with the UPN is they are fighting their opponents a lot instead of working. Because so that when 2026 comes, they'll be able to point out what they have done for the Zambians. But now what is happening is they are just wasting their time in fighting around two. Of which, we talked about corruption. That the PF were corrupt. But ever since UPND came into power, we've not seen anything like a lot was said about him, but this time nothing has been done for him. So now, for us as Zambians, we are just disappointed in the manner in which they are handling things. And then above all, I'm very disappointed if it's what they are fighting. I don't know. I don't know what is happening. I don't know what I can say. Otherwise, may you continue speaking for us, the voiceless. Otherwise, my God be with you. We miss you so much. I know it's not easy staying away from the family, but it's the sacrifice that you've done for the Zambians.
Thank you. Hello? Yes, yes.
My boss and my president, how are you? Grassroots media here.
Please go ahead.
I want to appreciate you first, and I want to say thank you to the Almighty God for protecting you. And you have to count everything as joy for whatever is happening in your life. There's something that God has prepared for you. But above all, we are very much disappointed here in Zambia where you left us. I'm happy that you have tackled the issue of the business community. They are not helping us. Us who are speaking on their behalf. Here, the country which we are in, we are very much disappointed. People are lining up for Miu. Bungobu Adura, Pioyari Dura. You can even wonder why people are not talking. Is it the Zambia our forefathers they fought for? or it is another Zambia. Because if Hakainde Hichilema was complaining in opposition of Bunga 120, Lero Bunga 400 kwacha, Zambian people are quiet. They are living in the darkness, Zambian people are quiet. Most of the people are supporting nonsense in this country. Because Hakainde was complaining and was protesting when he was in opposition, Bunga 120. He was complaining for 17 kwacha. Dollar was at 17 kwacha. Today things are worse. Worse. Zambian people are watching. And if people they are not helping you, who is the voice for the voiceless? They are not helping us. They are not helping those people who are talking. Then where are we going as a country? So my boss, I'm saying, may God protect you. May God give you resources. Be strong. There is a reason why everything happens for a purpose. But otherwise, this country is not going anywhere. The people are rich are cowards. Most of the people are cowards in this country. That's why you cannot win freedom when you have got people are cowards. So I wanted just to appreciate you. That may God bless you. Let's push together. We are going to fight. We are going to win.
Thank you.
Because Hakainde.
Thank you. Hello?
Chilufya.
Hello?
I'm a Professor Chilufya.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello, yes. Wina film kwa.
I'm Professor Chilufya. Ngai ili man befshing. Ngalanda no shintashani akawamo. Akamanga wantoa support.
Sana.
But I'm pressing around and I'm waiting to Afikonga. Akamanga wantoa support UPND from the way to go. Nala. Until they were patea wapo, bareli la manjo, bareli la nocho kulia kwa mashewe. Nemiwa. And then you guys not able to go in be. Ila kama mfano shaka mbinu mkondo kwa Zambia. Kama tinganya matogeti.
Pa?
Tinganya matogeti.
Pa matogeti sawa nshumfileko.
Yeah. No. I'm going to go with them.
No.
I'm going to push it to my target at Shani.
No, nalari konka.
I don't know what's it. It's going to down to say by next topic. That room was not to watch our master and the machine. And then you could also watch people watching in travel rooms and I want to walk now with 26. No to occasion we carried up. 26 mission all over coming out of Shandala.
But number apo pali 2026 nde mieba mwebe na Zambia mufiro kukosa. Ngaveve na chibanda ndile pa festi. Hakainde Hichilema tabaka sumino kufumapo. So, mufile muka kosefu. Otherwise, No, natotela. So that is it's a big issue. I'm cautioning Zambians that President Hakainde Hichilema will not easily go away. It is a fact that Hakainde Hichilema cannot win an election. He can't. He can't. Praise singers, yes, they are there. But how many are you? How many are praise singers? Hakainde Hichilema, he will struggle. Even to have 1 million votes, he will struggle. He will struggle. They are doing, look, he went to Western Province, to the Kuomboka. They had to ferry people there. Today, he was in Muchinga. I mean, the people that are coming there, it is just, of course, the excitement of the president is there. But really, who is going to vote for Hakainde Hichilema? Hakainde Hichilema can never win an election. He can never win an election in Zambia. He can't. Because People voted for Hakainde Hichilema based on the lies that he gave the Zambian people. He lied to the Zambian people. People believed him, and PF frustrated a lot of us, including myself. That is the lack that put Hakainde Hichilema into power. But now, all the lies have been laid bare. He has been shown, you know, like a man who is saying, we never get on Ndaria ine, Ndaria. Ukwisa mpera mdara sanga fe flat mdara. Flat. That is the situation that we have with Hakainde Hichilema. Balaba guy ba pompa wa yum forward. Ero kwisa tikai rinomba pa performer. Flat. Everybody ba Hakainde Hichilema. So really, he can't win an election. He can't. But he's going to use power. He's going to use power. He's going to use the state machinery to manipulate, like he's doing everywhere. He has done it. He has done it to PF. He has done it to some members of parliament. He has done it in parliament. He has done it kuma courts. Zambians need to wake up. It's not going to be easy. We need to really make some serious sacrifices for Hakainde Hichilema to go. Otherwise, Zambia will never be the same. Anyway, I think I've made my points. I will still emphasize that, you know, I know a lot of you are complaining. But the question is, what are you doing about it? What are you doing about it? Are you just going to sit and watch? You people who have a little bit of resources, how are you going to support the cause to bring about that change? Because you want that change. The business community, you want that change. Don't just stand and watch. Hey, hookah. No. We need resources. Hey, Tayali. No. Even me, I need to be helped. That is a fact. That is a fact. Anyway, thank you very much. I will be coming in and as and when I can manage. But otherwise, because of my situation, I'm moving from one place to the other. So sometimes it's difficult. And also the timings are different. Sometimes it's very difficult to wake up and do whatever. So you just have to excuse me. But I pray that God will lead me somewhere. Thank you very much. May God bless you. May God bless Zambia. Good night.